Alright, we're gonna do just a fast video talking about some of the ascension symptoms people might be feeling. I'm gonna kind of combine this with an energy report as well and just talk a little bit about, what I'm experiencing and some of the energies ahead of us as we're wrapping up October. Alright, I have been resting up. My body has been, guiding me to rest for the past few days, but I'm getting pretty good at this with cycling through the different energetic shifts, astrological shifts, and different even like energy type of transits such as the moon cycles and things like that. I have found it makes my life a lot easier when I am in alignment with some of these higher or cosmic energies that are coming into the planet. We have been going through some massive DNA work this month, literally. So we have a lot of really high frequency energies coming into the planet. We're actually headed into a massive space storm right now this week. A lot of people are starting to feel these energies. I was seeing a lot of posts going up around a lot of spiritual groups asking kind of what's going on with the energies. We are already in a K4 index right now. We are expected to go up to a K6 index. We know that some of these space energies or even the geomagnetic energies or geomagnetic storms that we're traveling through or passing through as a planet can affect how we're feeling and even our health at different times. And so we really have been going up in frequency fast. We're going through sort of a massive cosmic reboot at this time too, where because of us, we'll say going up in frequency, it's changing our reality. It's changing the dimensions that we're able to access. So as our frequency is continuing to rise, we're continuing to tune into more and more spiritually as well. And we are in such a magical time of year as we're in a space where the veil is very, very thin. We're getting ready for Halloween. So there's no better time than to tune in than right now. A lot of people are feeling kind of, we'll say, weird as we're moving through the rest of the month or beginning to move through this high frequency energy. And these are particles of light. They are energy. They are encoded with light codes that are hitting your body and they are triggering so much within. They are activating our DNA, but we're going through so much on a physical level right now as we'll say, becoming more and more multidimensional as we're becoming lighter. Our physical bodies are changing. It's something that we talk about here a lot. And I feel that the younger people are, probably the better equipped they might be to handle it as well, because hopefully a lot of these like crystalline children and newer kids have better body types and have come more activated when it comes to the DNA. But as for the people that are kind of finding my videos and tuning into it, I'm willing to bet a lot of you guys are light workers or some type of indigo, and your main job in being here is to recode humanity through the healing work that you're doing within your own DNA. So as these frequencies are coming in, they're triggering a lot this month with the subconscious as well. Literally, we're kind of going into a darker space of the year, but we're also purging and cleansing and releasing a lot within our DNA and the things that have been kind of going down our bloodlines or ancestral lines. So we see a lot as kind of continuing to come to the surface, and I just kind of want to talk about some of the things people are probably feeling with some of these energy shifts. We also are about to shift into Scorpio season on Thursday, and I've noticed that when we're monthly moving in and out of elements or into different astrological signs, that we're getting hit with more and more energy as the planets are moving around too. So we're beginning to feel some of these planetary transits or alignments much more. We also have Mercury in retrograde, which has been bringing up a lot, right? And we also have Mars in retrograde. So we've been in a lot of retrogrades lately, which has been kind of stirring up things within our past. Usually it's always, so we can see a higher perspective or continue to release or clear different types of things. So I always say honor what's coming up for you with your ascension. And this planet is going through an ascension where we are raising up out of the third dimension, which is very dense, very heavy, and we are ascending into a new state of consciousness, a new kind of, we'll say, dimensional awareness. And it's changing everything that we kind of know about science, where suddenly we have all these infinite choices and probabilities. And I know we're shifting into a quantum field much more where we can really step into our power fully. And so as we're going through these different energies, different things are activating. A lot of people are activating abilities, superhuman type of abilities, where we're getting hit with so much energy, cosmic rays, different things. It's changing and transforming our DNA. This is the future of humanity, where our DNA has been tampered with and shut down. And as we're going through these energy shifts, it's reactivating us and restoring our templates. And so a lot of people are sensing that, in the sense that they're just maybe tuning in more to their intuition or their own psychic awareness, kind of understanding their path or their purpose or who they are on deeper levels. And this is kind of a side effect of these ascension symptoms as well, where you guys are going to be feeling more and more tuned in, more and more sure of yourself as you're going through these shifts, especially spiritually. A lot of people are feeling this energy on a physical level, and we're also learning how to discern between a lot of different energies. We have lots of different energies kind of affecting us at different times, but a lot of people are tuning into things on different dimensional levels, like I kind of said, where some of you guys are seeing orbs, angels, extraterrestrials, spaceships, maybe just different types of energies moving around, things like that, right? Seeing all different kinds of things as well. As we're going through some of these activations, we're activating different senses. Some of you guys probably are going to be able to really smell and hear better, and, you know, become much more multidimensional in yourself too. All right, a lot of people are feeling, we'll say, cold chills at different times. And some of this is sensing energy. Some of this could be spirit or source energy having you pay attention. And so this is how we sense the spiritual a lot of times. It's the energetic that we're kind of feeling past things. And so a lot of people are sensing energies in different ways. A lot of people are getting flu-like symptoms right now, ascension type of symptoms. And these are symptoms of the light body activating in a lot of ways as well. So a lot of people are getting really, really hot. And this could be happening when you're sleeping at different times. Maybe you're just kind of, we'll say, burning up in your sleep, or getting really, really hot kind of in the physical as well. And it's going to take us a minute to go through this process that we call ascension. And so we're kind of processing a lot on a physical level. A lot of you guys are also waking up in the middle of the night, maybe waking up more, having a hard time sleeping, having really, really vivid dreams, or even having strange dreams, where a lot of people are having really crazy kind of dreams. And remember that in your sleep, you're accessing a lot of timelines, past lives, parallel lives, different places and things. And just as we're purging and releasing things here, we're doing the same process in our sleep as well. Some of you guys may be having encounters in your sleep with loved ones from the other realm, your angels, different beings. A lot of our, we'll say, different dimensional contact might happen in the astral as well, or in the dream state. A lot of you guys are actually having experiences where you're astral traveling or feeling out of body. And like I said, we're becoming multi-dimensional. And I know that for me, I'm having a hard time even anchoring into the physical. So it is important that we are staying within the physical body right now and kind of anchoring in. That's why grounding can be really, really beneficial going through this process. A lot of people are going to have vision problems, where maybe your eyes are blurring, you're not able to see that good, and different kind of ways. And some of this might be the third eye activation. Some of you guys might even be having like twitchy eye kind of problems and things like that. Pay attention to your body definitely as you're going through this process, and to the type of, we'll say, as to the areas you're getting upgraded on or worked on as well. People are feeling different things. Like I said, a lot of people are going to be feeling it within their heart chakra as they're going through this awakening. We're definitely going to see an increase in, we'll say, heart chakra related problems, and we have been going through some of these energies. But for sure, if you guys are feeling tightness in your chest, it might even feel like you're having a heart attack, different types of issues going on with this chakra, just kind of know that we're going through a lot of expansion within this chakra fast. A lot of people have heart palpitations, or might even feel like their heart stopping in different kind of ways. And some of this could be the activation process. Of course, listen to your body when you're going through this, but we'll find that a lot of people are going and seeking a lot of healthcare advice and kind of coming up short with kind of some of these ascension symptoms that we're seeing an increase in during this time. A lot of you guys might be feeling anxiety, nervous, fear surfacing too as we're going through this process. Remember, we're shedding a lot of layers, especially the ego, and we're going to continue to really go through a death of the ego within the next several weeks. We have a theme of the phoenix rising again. So yes, we're going to continue to shed layer of ego that can make you uncomfortable, literally, and can be bringing up different feelings and sensations. So know some of that is the ego kind of letting go at this point in time. Let me see. So a lot of people are also coming and feeling tired, like you just don't feel like moving, that maybe some of you guys even stop feeling like doing stuff, literally, where you don't even want to go hang out with people, and that you'd rather just kind of be in your own space resting right now. Listen to the physical body. We're trying to literally integrate so much light during this time, and we're going through such a process. We have a lot of density clearing from the physical body as well, so sometimes we're needing a minute. I know people who have had to take like a year off for work to rest and heal and go through this ascension process. And I know a lot of people that are also energy sensitive, like myself, that are having a really hard time since the frequencies really began to rise on this planet, and we'll say handling some of these shifts in energy and some of these influxes of light, because that's what we're experiencing on a collective level. Let me see. A lot of people are feeling dizzy. One of my favorites. Oh my God. A lot of people are feeling really, really dizzy, or feeling like they don't even know where they are, what dimension they're in. People are losing their memory, where you might not be able to remember what you did yesterday, let alone your favorite songs you used to know from high school. Your literal earthly existence is fading away. We are fading away from the third dimension, and things kind of work differently. So a lot of people actually forget their entire life prior to their awakening, and things that are happening as we're being, we'll say, born again, multidimensional. Let me see. Some of you guys might be having sensitivity to different foods. I think one of the more common Ascension symptoms is within the stomach chakra, within the solar plexus, that we're integrating so much of this energy, especially empaths. So a lot of people might be having stomach problems, food sensitivity, clearing kind of symptoms within that chakra. Pay attention for sure. This is going to require us to change how we're living, and 2020 is just the beginning, where we're going to have to change a lot of the things that we're doing to really slow down and take better care of ourselves, especially in the physical. So kind of pay attention if you're becoming sensitive in different types of ways, because a lot of people are going to, all right, you may be losing some of your connections, such as your family and friends, literally. I mean, like, you could be really, really close with your family, and as you're going through this spiritual process, you may be kind of guided away in different regards. Definitely know that you've outgrown lots of things, and a lot of our lessons have been very karmic this life, and so we are to shed these experiences and situations. Just kind of trust the process if you're being guided away from people. Let's see, some of you guys, like I mentioned earlier, might be sensing it in different ways. Some of you guys might be achy, literally having pains surface, especially if you guys have any health kind of issues. These energies are going to continue to amplify stuff, pushing us to heal things on a deeper level. Some of these might be actual physical kind of things people have going on wrong with them, or illnesses, or some of these might be kind of, we'll say, different type of emotional kind of things. But whatever it is, if we have unresolved issues, this energy is going to really amplify them and push the things to the surface so that we can heal. And these energies are really, really powerful, and we can be kind of using them in a different type of regard. I see a lot of people having skin issues where they're itchy or have rashes or breakouts happening too. Remember, this is a huge detoxification, purification that's going to continue to happen as we're purging and releasing a lot, especially within the earthly realm and things like that. So a lot's coming to the surface. In a lot of ways, it's being filtered out through our body. All right, let's see. I know, ears ringing, one of my favorites. Some of you guys might be hearing frequencies, some of you might be hearing different things for sure, but ear ringing, that kind of goes in the dizzy category. But some of you guys might be hearing literal frequencies ringing in your ear, picking up on different things like that. And so that's kind of part of this ascension too, as we're kind of adjusting to the higher frequencies. Let's see, some of you guys might be going through a lot of shifts within your relationships, within your jobs, just your life in general. Some of you guys are going to be guided to move or to create that, business that you've been wanting to do. Or maybe some of you guys are really artistic and you're being guided to do something completely different with your life that's more in alignment with the new. And so a lot of you guys are kind of getting guided in different directions. Trust the guidance that you're getting. We're kind of going to step out of that third dimensional, we'll say, paradigm, and into something much more in alignment with who we are spiritually now. while I kind of wrap up. So we're going to continue to go through a huge influx of energy. Be kind to yourself right now. We're also instant manifesting, something that we forget to talk about, which can be hard when we're letting go of so much and releasing so much. We have to be mindful that we're also instant manifesting, so we can't continue to bring the past with us in this space, or we could tend to recreate on these old patterns and programs that clearly weren't serving us. So we're going to continue to kind of shed layers of our past, especially the next couple of, we'll say, months as we're in this darker space of the year. We also have a lot of moon energy this month coming to the surface, and a lot of powerful energy. So as we're shifting into Scorpio season tomorrow, and then we're getting ready for next week's Halloween or Samhain, which will also be a blue full moon in Taurus. And while it's going to be far away from the planet, it's definitely going to be felt, and it's going to be doing things within the third dimensional reality inside of the physical, the material right now. And so we have a lot surfacing within the material as well too, and I try to kind of keep my thoughts out of this. I feel we're going to go through a monumental reset where literally everything gets wiped out except for ourselves, like where we're going to see an entire collapse of a lot of things as we know it. And so it's very important that we are just kind of working on ourselves and our energy, and a lot of the physical and the material that we've been kind of focused on for far too long is going to kind of, we'll say, shift and move away during this time. So it's important that we're kind of putting our time and energy into working on the right things. That's ourself during this time. So if you guys are kind of feeling these energies, it kind of depends, I think. I'm really energy sensitive. I've been feeling these energy shifts since I've been waking up, and kind of going through this experience too, which has made it kind of hard when I'm trying to figure out kind of how to navigate my life and live my life, that we're going through this planetary ascension, which is going to become really apparent soon, that as these energies are increasing, it's affecting the entire planet, the collective consciousness, and the spiritual in such a way, and it's going to continue to. So we really do have to, like I said, kind of adapt. For me, raising my vibrational frequency really helped. So I try to eat really light foods. Literally, we obviously have ditched the meat, and we're eating kind of lighter foods and trying to eat more veggies and fruits and foods that are good for us here and things like that. Recommending that if any of you guys are trying to do some deeper healing or detoxing, that you guys start juicing, go vegetarian, go vegan, try to really lighten the foods that you're eating, just try to eat healthier, try to stay away from any GMO type foods, make sure you're eating organic foods, make sure you're drinking really good water too. I have a hard time talking, that's why I'm here doing the video like this today, but make sure that you guys are really drinking good water. We don't realize that we're made of water and energy, and so it's really important that we are getting really clean water. So make sure you guys are drinking bottled water or filtered water, and are being mindful of the things that are in our tap water and things like that. So that's probably the best thing you can do during this time. If you guys are feeling that you're really exhausted, that's normal. Like I said, I rested up and I'm ready for this storm like every other one, so I am here working if you guys need Reiki or readings, or if you need anything. And this is a powerful time that we can bring healing through, but listen to your body right now. Sometimes we're not as in alignment with these new energies as we like to think. And so we're feeling the resistance, we're feeling the blockages to moving up in frequency within the physical body. So really pay attention to your body, and if you need it, rest. The best thing we can do is more energy healing and clearing work during this time. So if you guys are feeling really heavy, make sure you're doing some type of energy healing or chakra clearing, and you guys know I'm always around to help with that if you need it. Doing more activation work, I have a lot of, we'll just say, concerns about this process, and all of us going through it on a planetary level, and I am here as a light worker, kind of, we'll say, working with the rest of the light workers on this too, right? And so I get a kind of good perspective, and I feel that we have more work to do with our DNA, especially with a lot of the things that aren't good for our DNA, and that we'll get much more of an understanding of it too, kind of moving forward, going through this process that we call ascension. And so it's important that we're further activating our DNA, and you guys know I help people with that too. Taking more vitamins. I have this is what I'm practicing. I'm learning about herbs and vitamins, and I take so many vitamins. It's crazy. And I know, right? And because of Ascension, literally, I feel that we're missing some key components in our diet and things like that, and that we all are kind of deficient in vitamins. So I think it's very important. The most important ones that I am taking, though, are detox type of things. I am huge on chlorella, something that I've been telling everyone loudly for years. You guys are going to need some chlorella to go through this process. Why is that? It will remove the metals I feel that there's been a larger agenda against us, and that we've been overloaded with toxins, and we can talk about why everyone's sick and toxic overload and what's happening with the planet on a larger level, but I think a lot of you guys already know that, and so I come to offer solutions. I don't want to just tell everyone how negative everything is. I'm trying to tell you guys there are solutions and things that we can do to stay safe and stay healthier. So chlorella, turmeric, spirulina, anything that's going to remove the metals, especially within our third eye, as we're kind of going through this process, right? As we're going through this process. So more vitamins and things like that. We're going through a lot within the nervous system, which is connected to our brain. We're actually coming out of that little area, that little box we've been stuck in, our reptilian cortex, and we're activating the frontal lobe of our brain, and we're literally, you know, opening up the brain in so many different types of ways, which is really powerful. We're rewiring our entire body, but also our brain and our nervous system. But as we're going through this and processing a lot of this light and the influxes of energy, it can be a lot on our nervous system, especially people that already had, we'll say, pain issues, I bet, or issues going on within the nervous system. So for me, I'm taking a lot of vitamin B. That's something that I started doing with this Ascension. Let me see. Okay, we have a lot happening with the sun. I can't even go there. Our sun is a porthole. There's different types of energy streaming through it. Obviously, we know about solar flares, which are affecting our consciousness as well and our DNA, but we have a lot of galactic energy streaming through the sun. I think there's a lot happening with our sun that science hasn't really caught up with yet, right? But let's just say we're getting low on vitamin D. Make sure you're taking a good vitamin D. I like to take vitamin D and K3. I got taught that it works better if you add the vitamin K with it. So you might want to check out some type of vitamin D with everything kind of going on with the planet, the sun, and things like that. You'll probably feel a lot better too. All right, so vitamins, getting healthy, literally move around. Okay, so for me, a lot of times I just feel like I don't want to move or don't want to do anything, right? When we're going through these ascension shifts, make sure that you literally are moving around more. So our first response is to go lay down and do nothing, literally. And you can fall into these ascension energies and get stuck in kind of an ascension funk, I call it, right? So make sure you're moving around more. Get outside. This is our missing piece that we're missing, right? We need to connect with Gaia. Gaia is going through a massive process right now, and so if we can stay grounded, if we get outside more into nature, it's going to make us feel so much better. And that's what I've really what I was missing living in America too, that I kind of got here living in England, where I can get outside. And I know a lot about energy. I've learned a lot about obviously working with energy, and some of the most powerful energy coming in right now would be the earth energy, the ley line energy, where as these energies are coming into the planet, we're noticing that they are activating the earth, Gaia. And so if we can get outside, it will help our energy so much. So make sure you're just trying to get outside. Okay, I put up the weirdest science article where they're talking about how time is slowing down. I knew it. I was like, I know. I could feel it, where I can fit a lot more in my day, okay? If I work hard and work on my routine and what I'm doing, and I try to get in a good routine, make sure you're getting in a good routine, literally, where you're like taking care of yourself, taking time for meditation. Taking time for meditation. Meditation is really powerful and important during this time too, so that we can kind of learn how to better work with these energies. The cat, sorry. Better work with these energies and things like that, but we really have to connect in different ways. So meditation is going to be powerful for us being in a better alignment. Stilling the mind. We have so much work to do within the mind as we're entering these higher frequencies too. So for sure, some type of meditative practice would be really good right now. And just any type of healing that you can do, like I said, working on your energy, getting healthier, eating cleaner foods. It's really going to kind of require us to kind of adapt to how we're living. But this is a powerful space for manifestation. Scorpio's powerful for not just the emotional, but also for possessions, manifesting. And Taurus, as we have a Taurus full moon next week on Halloween, literally is really powerful too, energy for the material. So it's important that we realize that in this space through the rest of October, we really are going to take our manifesting up a level. So if we're sitting around kind of worried or stressed out, we're going to create that. And it only takes one shift to put yourself so far ahead, and that's so hard too, to stay positive all the time, but that's what it has taken me to get here. And have my moments too where I kind of fall into this stuff and I do my purging and releasing probably more than anyone because I go deep. But it's important that we are staying focused and really setting goals right now and staying focused on the future, because we did come here to create it. I'm always reminding you guys, and we really are instant manifesting. So for some of you guys, you're probably feeling this space is lighter. It's becoming more dreamlike, literally. It's becoming very similar to a lucid dream where we're navigating everything based on how we're thinking and we're feeling and our intentions in the moment. All right, people are going to start to have a rough time this month if they're not already. They're being faced with their own patterns, karma, and things from the past during this time. And so we are noticing kind of a collective dark night of the soul. If anyone's feeling that, where they're having a lot kind of come up from the past, or, you know, feeling bad about things, don't get stuck there. Our soul is so vast. We've all had so many crazy experiences. Stay in the light. You are so beautiful. You are divine. You're becoming this angelic human, and we are shedding that human existence as we're becoming more multidimensional, more angelic, right? More divine. We're holding more light, literally. And so we went through quite a journey to get here, and I feel that everyone, even though we had different experiences, has the same things to release and heal. It's part of being human. So make sure that you're being really gentle on yourself during this time. This is the time to get inspired. Did you guys have like some bigger dreams or a bucket list or something that you were working on or something you would really love to experience in your life? This is the space to do it. And we have so much magic here. A lot of you guys might be feeling your loved ones coming through too, and that's something that's really powerful this time of year, where your ancestors and loved ones are coming through from the other realm, not just your angels and your guides, but they are too. But you're getting a lot of messages right now. Some of you guys are seeing that just in maybe you see something and it resonates, or you see something and it's like everything about your situation, or you're seeing angel numbers, or just having a really good feeling, or things like that. Just really trust the intuition that's coming through during this time, because we're getting messages in all different types of forms. That could be as simple as a thought, or thinking of someone, or literally, like I said, angel numbers, or, you know, just feeling really good about your path, being guided somewhere. Trust the people that you're being guided to too, that they hold a piece of your puzzle or a key for you, and that sometimes you're kind of being guided along and you're meeting random people. You guys should start to have really spiritual encounters, or be meeting other spiritual people like you, or other light workers, as you're kind of going through this ascension process. So yes, we're shedding a lot, as I mentioned earlier, with some of the friends and family and things like that, but just know that, you know, you have new things that are about to come into your life. And so we're making space. As we're in autumn right now, we're going to do some deeper shedding and continue to, but I kind of like this space because it's actually really, really spiritual, and, you know, it's a powerful time for, like I said, bringing messages through, bringing activations through, powerful energies coming through the planet. So things are going to get really intense this week. As I said, we're expected to go up to a K-sex index, and we have a lot of, you know, geomagnetic energies, we'll say, flowing in. A ton of galactic energies coming in too, so we're really, really feeling it. And like I said, just really make sure you're taking care of the physical body right now. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be uploading this video later after I do my card video, because I've been having some problems with it glitching and things like that. So I think it's really important that we're finding our voice right now while we still can. Yes, while we can still post videos, right? Maybe if you have something to say, or if you're feeling inspired, do it now. Literally, the world needs your light during this time, and your inspiration, anything uplifting. You guys have beautiful things going on in your life. Did you create something amazing? Maybe share it with the world during this time, because in whatever form, the world needs our light during this time. So if you guys are feeling guided, make sure that you're also kind of stepping into your role here, whether it's helping other people or just being uplifting or inspiring. It's what the world needs during this time, as we'll say, going through some of these heavier, more challenging energies. So make sure that you guys are being kind to yourself and others. And I am here literally, if you guys need me. I always kind of post my website link everywhere. I'll put it kind of in the description too. But if you guys need me, you know where to find me.